Imagine yourself in a vast ocean, where the waves know no bounds, and the fury of the sea seems to challenge any form of survival. This is the terrifying scenario in which a solitary vessel finds itself, navigating through turbulent waters while cameras capture images of monstrous waves, some as tall as 10-story buildings. Oceans have always symbolized power and mystery, but the so-called rogue waves are a stark reminder that nature is far from tamed. Scientifically known as rogue waves, these extreme and often unpredictable phenomena can appear suddenly, even in seemingly calm seas. Imagine a 30-meter wave rushing toward you without warning. It's not just frightening, it's lethal. Now think, what would you do if you saw a wall of water heading your way? This was exactly the experience of the crew aboard a vessel crossing the North Atlantic during a fierce storm. Armed with high-resolution cameras, they recorded a terrifying yet fascinating spectacle: colossal waves crashing against the hull, threatening to engulf the entire ship. The crew knew they were entering a storm zone, but nothing could have prepared them for what lay ahead. As winds began to howl at speeds exceeding 100 kilometers h, the sea, which had initially seemed merely rough, transformed into utter chaos. Gigantic waves emerged from all directions, colliding with one another and creating unpredictable and terrifying patterns. As the vessel struggled to stay stable, the deafening sound of waves slamming into the hull was accompanied by eerie creaks from the ship's structure. Cameras, strategically placed at the highest points of the vessel, captured the exact moment when a rogue wave, larger than all the rest, rose like a towering wall of water, advancing toward the deck. At that moment, the captain ordered the ship to face the wave head-on, a risky maneuver, but the only chance to prevent the vessel from capsizing. "Hold on tight," he shouted as the crew braced for impact. The wave crashed with overwhelming force, drenching the deck and shaking the ship as though it were a toy in a bathtub. But the danger wasn't just in the wave's sheer power. The raging sea also carried debris, including wooden fragments and even blocks of ice, capable of puncturing the hull. Amid the chaos, the crew had to contend with equipment failures caused by saltwater intrusion. Night fell, but the darkness only intensified the horror. The ship, now at the mercy of the ocean, rocked violently, each wave appearing larger and more threatening than the last. The crew, struggling to stay upright, faced a mix of fear, adrenaline, and sheer survival instinct. Meanwhile, the cameras continued to record every moment, providing the world with an unprecedented glimpse into a true maritime hell. One wave captured by the cameras seemed to defy the laws of physics. It rose on the horizon, a colossal mass of water with a crest illuminated by flashes of lightning, forming a terrifying arc that seemed to cover the entire vessel. The sound of the wind, combined with the ocean's roar, created a symphony of chaos. On deck, the crew could barely communicate over the wind's ferocity and the deafening noise. "That wave is going to swallow us," exclaimed one of the sailors, gripping a support bar tightly. When the wave finally hit the ship, water flooded parts of the deck, destroying equipment and damaging cables. For a moment, all seemed lost, but the vessel, designed to withstand the harshest conditions, managed to surface once again. The impact left not only material damage but also a deep psychological toll. Experienced sailors, who had faced storms before, admitted they had never seen anything like it. "It was as if the sea was alive, trying to consume us," one of them recounted later. Night fell, but the darkness brought no relief, only intensified the horror. The ship, now at the mercy of the ocean, rocked violently, each wave appearing larger and more menacing than the last. The crew, struggling to stay on their feet, faced a blend of fear, adrenaline, and sheer survival instinct. Meanwhile, the cameras continued recording every moment, offering the world an unprecedented glimpse into a true maritime hell. One of the waves captured by the lenses seemed to defy the laws of physics. It emerged from the horizon, a colossal mass of water with a crest illuminated by lightning, forming a terrifying arc that appeared to engulf the entire ship. The sound of the wind, mingled with the ocean's roar, created a symphony of chaos. On the deck, the crew could barely communicate over the force of the wind and the deafening noise. "That wave is going to swallow us," exclaimed one of the sailors, gripping a support bar tightly. When the wave finally struck the ship, water flooded parts of the deck, destroying equipment and damaging cables. For a moment, all seemed lost. But the vessel, built to withstand the harshest conditions, managed to emerge from the water. The impact left not only material damage but also a deep psychological toll. Experienced sailors, who had weathered storms before, admitted they had never encountered anything like it. It was as if the sea was alive, trying to consume us, one of them later recounted.